Fire up the volts, let the lightning roll. EV riders on the road, taking back control. Mach-E thunder, hear that power ignite. Ride the future, baby, kick it into the night.
After more than 60,000 miles, including trips to more than 20 states, let's see how my 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E is holding up and how it compares to the 2026 model. In terms of maintenance, this review is going to be pretty short. At 58,000 miles, I replaced the tires, although they still had some tread left on them, and I had the windshield washer hose replaced. It had gone bad. Other than that, I had a warranty-covered factory main battery connector recall completed. I also decided to replace my 12-volt battery, although it was still charging to 97% of capacity, according to my OBD2 reader. I know from experience that older 12-volt batteries can die unexpectedly, so I figured, why take the chance? My electric pony has actually improved with age thanks to Ford's over-the-air software updates. One of the biggest improvements was an update that turned what used to be just a volume knob into a multi-function dial that can now also raise or lower climate-controlled temperatures and heated seats. Perhaps more importantly to those that road trip a lot, my Mach-E's peak charging speed has improved from 154 kilowatts when I first bought it to 167 kilowatts in ideal conditions. Charging speed above 80% has also improved since it was new. Now once I hit 80, it usually ramps down to about 48 kilowatts and then stays in the 40s for quite a bit longer than it used to. My lifetime efficiency average has been running right around 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. However, I've noticed an interstate drop-off since getting new tires from 3 to 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour at 70 miles per hour. I switched to Goodyear EV-rated tires. If I had it all to do over again, I would have stuck with the Michelins the Mach-E came with. Another over-the-air update improvement has been Blue Cruise. When I first got the Mach-E, Blue Cruise would lane hunt sometimes and was easily tripped up by things like exit stripes. Now, Blue Cruise is more reliable, with Ford adding manually executed lane changes. I've been happy with my Mach-E's build quality. Everything I said about its handling in my earlier review still applies. I'll link to that video at the end of this one. The paint, body, and interior have been holding up well, although I do have a garage and live in Florida, so it's not exposed to salt or sand or as many potholes at the end of the winter season as many Rust Belt cars experience. Visually, not much has changed between my 2022 and the 2026 Mach-E's, but Ford has been steadily improving the electric Mustang. Here's a look at some of the more important changes. Ford has upped the all-wheel drive premium trim from 346 to 365 horsepower, while torque has jumped from 428 pound-feet to 500. The EPA estimated range has risen from 277 miles to 300 on my trim. A heat pump has also been added, but that one is a mixed blessing. It's good news for snowbelt drivers since they should see improved winter range, but that also reduced the size of the frunk, shrinking it from 4.7 cubic feet to 2.8 cubic feet of storage. In other words, it holds 40% less stuff. The shift dial in my Mach-E has been dropped in favor of a traditional column shifter in the 2026 model, plus this area has been redesigned for a bit more storage. DC charging speed has also been improved, with some drivers now reporting being able to hit peaks of up to 170 kilowatts and holding 150 kilowatts for several minutes. My Mach-E usually ramps down into the 120s within a few minutes. For those opting for the EV Mustang's top trim Mach-E GT with the performance unlock, Total torque is now up to 700 pound-feet for a Ford estimated 3.3 second 0 to 60 run with summer tires. There have also been a few trim and color changes, but for the most part, the 2026 hasn't changed much from my 2022. For those of you considering a used Mach-E, it's a car I can easily recommend. In fact, just today I was watching a YouTuber out of California. He's got a Mach-E with more than 250,000 miles on it. According to him, the only real maintenance he's done is change the tires and the wipers. He's still on the original brakes, still on the original battery, and according to him, the battery's capacity is still 92%. These days, it's pretty easy to find low-mileage examples for less than $30,000. Once you figure in the low fuel cost, performance, practicality, and 100,000-mile battery warranty, used Mach-E's are quite affordable for drivers looking for something more sporty than the typical SUV. In terms of buying new, Mach-E prices have also come down since I bought my 2022, although that's somewhat offset by the loss of the federal $7,500 tax credit. 4 years in now, and I'm still thrilled with my electric pony. And with the ever-improving charging infrastructure, I'm looking forward to more multi-state road trips where I can let the Mach-E really gallop. For those of you looking for more information, see the long-term review I did at 22,000 miles. I've linked to it right here for you. And if you found this EV Rider episode useful, please go ahead and give this video a like so I can bring you more EV video reviews and more adventures in EV motoring. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.